What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Danganronpa when we left off. The mastermind has been revealed,
we
and
met
we've met
Junko for realsies.
Our favorite character. So that it's just this is great. This is great.
Our
this is
favorite?
a great moment. I don't know about favorite, but you know what? This has been a damn fine arrival.
She's very interesting. I'll say that.
It's like, you know what? I know she's supposed to be the antagonist, the evil mastermind has put us all through this.
The guy, the psychopath.
Yeah, that. I still hate Byakuya more. So anyways, for the second murder, the motives theme was... That's when we got to those weird envelopes from Monokuma. The secrets. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was... the past.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah!
Oh my god.
Jesus.
The whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
Yeah.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
For real.
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
That was money, right? I think the third murder was...
Yeah.
His last turn to murder was... She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men.
Yeah.
So that time the theme for it was greed.
That she would have dress up as vampire butlers.
Yeah.
It was
That
money,
wild
wasn't
ass
it?
motive.
Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
Loads of money.
Damn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
For real.
Yeah.
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Motive of the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme and motive of that fourth case was...
Blackmail.
I was going to say blackmail. No,
betrayal.
Yeah, that's I was talking between them.
Betrayal.
Yeah, Monokuma blackmailed. We're gonna get her to kill us. Do you want to try and do a Junko voice?
What, but it's
it's the bear one right now.
hey, what you call blackmail, I call doing business. Seriously, you just don't get it.
There's no doubt that Monokuma tried to coerce Sakura into killing one of us. That's not what led Sakura to killing herself. There was another reason. Yeah, whoops. At least I got some of those hearts back, and I lost them all. All right, motive of death was... It
was betrayal.
I got it.
There we go.
We jumped on
It was
that too
betrayal.
hard.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
For real.
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't
Ah.
the only motives that exist in this world.
Oh yeah, she has a crown. I just
Yeah.
There are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
Because before they all agreed to stay.
Yeah.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right? What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Oh my god.
Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Oh boy.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Oh boy.
Is that what all the screens are for? Yep. Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh. Oh
boy.
Mono Kong. You know, this is oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What the?
Yeah, that.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense! What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
You should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is
That
insane.
world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Oh boy. That's the DDR music.
Okay. So, let's see. Group photo, I don't know what that meant. Let's see what we got here.
Come on, bitches, remember or die.
Okay.
What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw?
Oops.
Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
If I can't remember, is it all over? I mean, how did you show me something simply incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost our memory. It really is hopeless after all. Oh wait, there's a chance that she hasn't forgotten.
Kyoko.
Yes, we will use the photo towards the end there.
You want us to? When it comes to that crate, I don't understand. What's the meaning of the? Is this another one of your?
I mean, you're telling us to remember. What am I supposed to be remembering?
Boop, boop.
Nobody.
Oh no. Oh well, okay. I'm not sure then.
Nothing. Nothing. Show me whatever you want. I don't remember anything.
Shoot.
You need to think about it one more time. Must be a contradiction there somewhere.
I just wanted to just be like, fuck.
Remember or die?
I'm.
What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us,
Keep trying to hit the
I don't
things.
understand a damn thing.
I am once again
What's the meaning
Wait.
of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
Genocide Jack's memory because they're flipped. They have two different memory
Oh
lines.
yeah.
But what am I supposed to be remembering?
That might be what we do.
Uh huh.
Maybe Genocide Jack actually remembers the outside world and never said anything to us. Interesting.
Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
There we go.
Say, Toko.
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Quick, who has some pollen or dust or pepper?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Hearing that from him.
Dun-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer. Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Oh my god.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough. Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye. Roger, you got it, Captain.
She'd be like, oh yeah, that.
Well, any thoughts on all this?
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know.
Could have caught me off guard.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Or not.
Answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
Okay.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations!
Oh boy.
To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Oh my god.
Okay, okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means.
Oh no.
Everything serves the outcome. In other words,
We know what
that
school you went
phrase.
to.
ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life
Oh,
all
boy.
its meaning.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's probably gone.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Jesus.
Hey, so, what do you think happened to the Togami thing?
Oh my god.
That's kind of fucked
Let me
up.
guess. It's probably I'm guessing it's the Togami family fell.
No, it can't be that. It has to be that the Togami family fell. Okay.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Gee, thanks.
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
You're sick in some kind of way.
Like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
Okay,
Oh,
going
God.
poof, whoop. I mean, I think I pretty much see what's going on now.
Yeah.
For the now we know what the truth is. Just got to piece it together. So, pretty much, the tragedy wasn't something happened at the school. It was the entire outside world pretty much collapsing.
Yeah.
And the school of Hope's Peak was meant to gather these great students and have them kind of live there so that they could build up. So they could be like the next lineage to bring back hope into the world.
Yeah.
Because the tragedy was caused by what is the group called again? What is not that? It's true. What
The
is
ultimate despair.
That's right. That's because they pretty much brought this attack onto the world
Yeah.
with their symbol, that freaking Monokuma
Yeah.
symbol. And so we were supposed to be like the last hope for the world, but Headmaster probably didn't realize that Junko was, a spy for the.
I wonder if
Despairs all
the
along.
white side and the dark side have to do with like hope and despair.
Maybe. Yeah, it would make sense.
It looks like it.
Yeah. So,
What? What the hell are you talking about?
he's gonna be so tilted.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Oh.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Sob? And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Because everything for them was normal until like a couple weeks ago or whatever.
It's because they've lost all their. Well,
But remember, like Makoto was standing outside the school. Everything
no.
was fine.
no, the point is that. So here's what's happening: is that is the point where we lost our memory. We went into school a year ago. We went there, and then outside, shit got fucked. And then the headmaster was like, "We need you to stay here forever." And that's why Makoto was like, "We don't have much choice, do we?"
Yeah.
Because the world was gone at that point. So it was either go out there and die or be essentially the last line of humans
Which is
with
why
hope
they
out
all
there to
agreed to
bring it back
stay
together.
in there where they're safe and
Exactly. So all that was literally like over a year ago when we first walked in here, and then shit just went boom south real quick.
So they've been here for like a year?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And now then the pictures, I don't know if those happened before or after the tragedy. I would want to say before. But I mean, then again, we've been here for potentially a whole year in the school.
And they have the same clothes for a year.
Well, they're wearing the school uniform, but you know, essentially, those could still be happening while they were in the school because they were supposed to be that beacon of hope. You know, they were there having fun, waiting and just building hope for the world as trying to wait on all this to go down. So, anyways,
I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
you lost your memory, dog.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Look at the pictures that we all have.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Have you been here for 2 years?
Oh my god.
2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope
Oh
Speak
my
Academy
god.
2 years ago.
Even longer than we thought.
Yeah, okay, so it was all those pictures were before the tragedy. Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that? What?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
Yeah.
What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
He's not okay.
No. Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. What if what Junko says is true? If we first came here 2 years ago, the nurses only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us. Our life's at Hope's Peak.
Yeah.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
That's terrifying.
Yeah. I want to think that too, but don't want to believe it. It's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it.
Yeah.
Is this bullet time? Oh no, this still make your argument.
Yeah.
The music switches over. That's a lot of bullets. Okay. Okay. Let's
Luck
see
or Notebook is heroes.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Oh, Notebook.
Well, I just want to see.
Yeah.
Surreal. Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
I pet the bear. Okay, sorry. I don't want to believe it, but I know there's evidence that reveals the time as students we lost.
2 years worth of memories.
Okay, I
could never lose.
We've been living here for— Hell no!
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything.
What?
Heck, I've never even gone to a single
Chaka
class.
pow!
Yep.
You have.
You
I
have-
definitely have a notebook.
You
full
have
of it.
notes for that class, dude.
Yeah.
Hero, there's something I'd like you to take
Does that mean everyone's actually 2 years older than what their report card says?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This
man.
notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's that? Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
That means instead of 21 like he thinks, he's 23.
Yeah.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
Jesus.
Oh, boy.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right?
Which means they were all really close.
Yeah, Toko shadowed the giant tongue.
And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Christ.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out.
I just realized she's using the royal form of we.
Yeah.
Meaning I.
Yeah.
She's really going all out.
Desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where memories come apart? You're talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I only think of one time.
Now blacked out.
Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time. That was...
When I fainted.
Yeah.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on the desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead,
Jeez.
2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories
That's-
at the time in between had been completely removed.
Oh my
The
god.
tragedy's happening right now. We need to go. Okay.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course,
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
Oh my god.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school.
I tell you, the tragedy is happening right now. The reality's meshing together.
That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
That's fucked up.
And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated.
Wow.
What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
What?
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Jesus.
Despair? Okay.
Gotcha.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Okay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school.
Okay.
School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
That's why the headmaster's like, hey, do you want to keep living here?
Yeah. we have, it's like, you can have you here for another year, but you might have to be here for all the years.
For the rest of your life?
Yeah.
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
Well,
Despair is
like a
contagious,
cult?
you know? It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be more along the lines of, like, obviously there's the group of the ultimate despair, but it's one of those where, like, when you get people to a breaking point, they join in.
Yeah.
You know, when people feel enough despair out there, they'll join in on the despair.
So, like,
and
mob mentality type of thing?
essentially, or more like almost a contagion of just like it's everything's over, so might as well join in on it. And so, you know, you don't have to have all these people be a part of the despair.
Just chaos.
Yeah.
Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once.
Okay.
So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter.
I figured.
That's right. It was transformed into a shelter.
Okay, you said that like twice.
I said it twice.
Yeah, that.
Someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
Headmaster.
Headmaster, yeah.
The one who turned Hope speaking to a shelter and isolated us here. The Prime Minister. Of where? You're
Somewhere.
throwing out a dartboard. The one Prime Minister. The Prime Minister.
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The Prime Minister of Despair.
He
Oh,
wanted to turn
Kyoko.
the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise.
He's like,
To
please don't
say that
leave.
We were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Only let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
And we'll find out why she did that next time.
Oh, I don't like this.
What do you mean you don't like this?
It's horrible.
It is horrible, but it's interesting. You're giving me that
nature.
weird look. Listen, it's interesting. It's
I am
interesting.
judging you
depressing.
hardcore.
I'm sure everyone else is too. I wouldn't be surprised.
God, you sick writer. Your sick writer brain.
That's me.
God.
Ow,
And I thought I was bad.